Hello everyone, welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with our chapter tenses. So we have already covered some sessions on tenses. In this session, we are going to continue tenses, and in this session, we are going to discuss another tense, that is past tense. We have already covered present tense in our earlier sessions. Okay, so in this session, we are going to cover past time or the tenses which are used in past time or which shows the past time. Okay, so let's begin this session. Now, first of all, let us see the contents of this session, what we are going to discuss in this session today. In this session, we will discuss introduction to past tense. So, first of all, we'll discuss those tenses which show past time or the past duration of the time. Okay. Now, another is the types of past tense. So, in this session, first we'll discuss the past tenses. We'll see the introduction of them. And after that, we'll discuss the types of past tense, that what are various past tenses. Okay. After that, these are actually the types of past tenses, that is past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. So all these types of past tenses we are going to discuss in this session. Okay. So let's begin this session. First of all, we'll see the introduction of past tense. The past tense refers to grammatical form that is used to indicate an action, event, or the state that occurred in the past. It is one of the basic verb tenses in English and is typically formed by adding an ed suffix to regular verbs. Example, walked, talked, etc. Or using irregular forms for irregular verbs. For example, went, saw, etc. The past tense is used to narrate events that have already happened and are no longer occurring in the present. Now, if we talk about the past tense shows the tenses or the events or the actions that took place in the past or that have taken place. Okay. But they have no longer effect or they have no effect in the present time. Okay. They have already happened. Okay. When the actions or the events they have already taken place, now they do not have any occurrence or the effect in the present time. Those types of actions or events are shown in the past tense. Okay. Now, if we talk about the past tense, it referred to the grammatical form that is used to indicate action or event or state that occurred in the past. It means when we talk about the verbs, for example, if we talk about any verb like play, okay, if someone is playing, we can say he's playing or he plays football, but he's playing nowadays, okay, in the present time. But if we talk about some players who do not play now, they played in the past time. For example, if I talk about any cricketer, for example, if we talk about Shri Kapil Dev ji, so he has already played. Now he does not play in the present time. Okay, he used to play sometime in the past. So we can say that he played cricket or Kapil Dev played cricket. Okay, so he has already played cricket. He is not playing in the present time. It was the time of past when he used to play. Okay, well, this word used to shows the past habit, but when we talk about the past tense, it means we are showing the events that have already taken place and they do not have their occurrence in the present time. Okay, we do not show the exact habit which was there to be happened, but it was only the time of past which we are showing. If we talk about history, obviously history is somewhere relates to the past events. So historical events are also shown in the past time. Okay, because they have already done or happened. So what are the various past tenses or what are the various types of past tenses and the elaboration of them? We are going to elaborate all these past tenses in this session. Okay. Now, if something wasn't continuous or was continue or was have already occurred, so that all those types of actions we will discuss in this session today. Okay. Now here you can see that when we convert a tense or a verb into the past form, or when we convert a first form of verb into the second form of the verb, what we do, we generally add ed. For example, if the work is play, we add ed, that is played. For walk, we use walked. For talk, talked. Many verbs are there in which we add ed as the suffix, and that converts into its past form. Okay. However, some are irregular verbs. For example, if we have the verb eat, eat can be converted into ate. Okay, so ate is the second or the past form of the verb. Okay, for the word sing, we use sang. Okay, for the verb see, we use saw. For the verb drink, we use drunk. Or drunk, sorry, we use drunk. Okay, third form is something else. But if we talk about the second or the past form, that is also called past participle. So not past participle, but the past form. There we use some irregular verbs as well as the regular verbs. Regular verbs generally add ed as the suffix to make them plural. But there are some irregular verbs which changes according to some spellings form. Okay, for example, go, went, gone. Okay, so went will be the second form of the verb. Saw is the second form of see. Ate is the second form of eaten. Of eat. Sing is the first form, whereas sang is the second form. Drink is the first form, whereas drunk is the second form. So there are several irregular verbs as well. Okay. Well, this we have already covered in the verb chapter as well. Okay. Now let us move to the next. Now we'll discuss past tense types. So here we'll discuss types of past tenses. So we have already covered the definition of past tense. Now we'll cover the types of past tenses. That what are the various types of past tenses. As I told you before as well, in case of present tense, and earlier as well, I told you that there are four further classifications of the tenses. Okay, we have three tenses: present, past, and future, and we have further classifications of for the four classifications of each type. So we have past tense also in four further classifications. And what are these? First, we have simple past tense. This is also called past indefinite tense. And I told you before as well that indefinite generally shows the habits, routines. So here, when we talk about past time or the past tense, so here we'll talk about those habits and routines that were but in past. Okay, they are not in the present time. Okay, used to describe completed actions or events in the past. Here we show the historical events, the past habits, and the past routines. Okay. She finished her homework before dinner. So she finished her homework before dinner. It means this is the time of past. Past continuous tense used to describe actions that were ongoing. Now, whenever we see the word continuous, continuous shows something which is in continuation. Okay, but because we are talking about the past time, so here we'll write those actions that were ongoing but in the past. Okay, they are not going on right now, but they were going on in the past. Okay, so here that were ongoing in progress at a specific time in the past. For example, they were studying when the power went out. Okay, so the time was the power went out, and what they were doing at that time, they were studying at that time. So here it is shown that some action was going on in the past, and what indicates the past? When the power went out. It means maybe possible when the speaker is saying this sentence, he's referring to a point of time when the power went out and what was happening at that time. So he is saying that particular action as well. Okay. Now, past perfect tense. This is very, very important tense in past. Used to describe an action that occurred before another action or point in the past. Now, whenever we talk about two actions that are taking place simultaneously, it means when one action ends, another action begins, or when we talk about some action that has happened before some action in the past. For example, there is a classroom and the teacher arrives in the class. Okay. Now, she asks everyone, what are you doing? Okay. So here everyone replies that we were studying. we were studying our notes, suppose. Okay. So the sentence can be made that the teacher, sorry, the students had been, the students had studied notes before the teacher arrived. Okay. So some action was taking place, or some action was, had taken place before some action in the past. Okay. Also, it shows some abnormal actions. Okay. That occur before some time in the past. For example, you have been invited to a party and you have been given the invitation of 8 p.m. for dinner. Okay, but you but you reached there at 7 p.m. Now you reached before time. Okay, so this reaching before time shows that you had reached there before the party began. Okay, so there, before the beginning of the party, you reached there. So you, some action had taken place, that is, you're going, or you're reaching to the place, and this action has happened before some another action, and that the action was the party started. Okay. So example, he had already left when I arrived. So this action had taken place before this action. Okay. So just to show these two simultaneous actions, or the actions one after one, we use past perfect tense. Now, past perfect tense is a wide part that we will discuss in the past perfect tense only. Okay. Moreover, we have past perfect continuous tense. Now, what is this? Used to describe the duration of an action that was going on, or that was ongoing up to a certain point in the past. Now, if something is started, or some action is started in the past, and it was continued up to a particular point of time in the past only, it means now it is not in continuous form. It has already happened, but it continued up to a particular time in the past only. Therefore, that will be shown in the past perfect continuous. Okay. So you can easily say that when something is in past continuous and we add time with it, we can make it in past perfect continuous tense. Okay. For example, if someone, suppose there is a person A. Okay. He joins a company. Okay. There he found a person B. Okay. And A and B both are friends, but they are school friends. So here A met B. Now when A joined, he joined in 2022. Okay, but B was working in this company from 2015. So here we can say that I had been working in this organization since 2015 when you joined. Okay, so some action was ongoing in the past at the time of this action. Okay, maybe possible it is continuous today as well, but the time which has been mentioned was up to 2022. Okay, so what is the total elaboration that we will see in the elaboration of these types? Okay, so I hope this much is clear to you. Well, this is only the gist of the types of tenses, types of past tenses. Now we will elaborate each and every type in detail. Okay, so let's begin the types of past tenses. Okay. So here, first we'll discuss past indefinite tense. Okay. So here begins past indefinite tense. So first we have the definition of past indefinite tense. The past indefinite tense or past simple tense. Now, every indefinite tense is also known as simple tense. Okay. Is a verb tense used to express actions that were completed at a definite time in the past. It indicates an action or a state that occurred and was completed entirely in the past with no connection to the present. Okay. Now, if something has already happened but in the past and it has no continuation or the connection with the present, then the sentence will be shown in the past time. One more thing is there. If we talk about the past tense, when we mention that when did this action happened, so if we know the time of that action, we can make it in past indefinite tense. Okay, now we'll see the usage of the past tense, that where past indefinite tense can be used. Okay, so here we have the rules of past indefinite tense. Now the rules are very simple. You have already discussed or you have already covered present indefinite rules. So present indefinite rules are similar to past indefinite rules except the verb form. Here, in the present tense, we had verb first form, but in the past tense, we'll have verb second form. Okay. Also, when we write did, that is the second form of do. Okay. Here, after did, we'll write only the first form. Okay. So, past can be converted only once. The rest of the verbs will be according to the same pattern. Okay. Now here, if we talk about the affirmative sentence, here the subject after that second form of the verb. Okay, it is not first, it is second. Okay, this is ND. Second form of verb plus object. We can also write subject plus was verb plus complement. Okay. Negative sentence, again, did not, then first form of verb. Here, it will happen first, it will occur first form of verb. After did, we will only have first form of verb. Okay. Only in the affirmative sentence will have the second form. Otherwise, if we talk about the negative, interrogative, and rest of the sentences or rest of the types of sentences, will have the first form of verb. Why so? Because we have already converted did, which is the past of do. Okay, do is the first form, does is the singular form of it, and did is the second form. And whenever we write did or any second form of verb, we will write another verb in the first form. Okay, so main verb will be in the first form, whereas here did not will be added to make the sentence negative. Okay, in the interrogative, did will occur first before the subject, rest of the part will be the same. First form of the verb because did is coming in this sentence as well. Interrogative negative, did plus subject plus not plus first form of verb plus object. And WH word, did subject first form of verb plus object. Okay, now let us see the examples. Now one more thing is there. Even if the statement form uses an irregular verb, the question form will be used did, the base form of verb. Okay, example, she saw the movie and did she see the movie? Okay, so verb will be first form after did. Okay, or in case the sentence contains the word did. Now, here we have some examples. She studied English literature last year. Now, when we are, what time we are talking about? Last year. And last year shows the past tense. Okay. Also, when we know the time of action, we write the sentence in past indefinite tense. I told you the difference between present perfect and past indefinite is just when we know the time of action, we write it in past indefinite tense, and when we do not know the time of action, we write it in present perfect tense. Okay, but that time should show the completeness of the action. Okay. Now, she studied English last year. So last year shows the time of past. Therefore, we have written studied. Now, studied is verb second form. She is the subject of the sentence. Okay. And this is affirmative sentence. Okay. So this sentence is affirmative. A for affirmative. They visited Paris in 2019. Again, visited is the second form. They is the subject, and 2009 shows the time of past. He did not finish his homework before dinner. So did not shows the time of past, finish is the first form of the verb because the sentence is negative and we have already shown the time of past with the help of did. The movie did not start at 7 p.m. yesterday. Did he finish his homework before dinner? Did she study English literature last year? Didn't he finish his homework before dinner? Now here the sentence is interrogative negative. Now this sentence we can also write in another manner, that did he not finish? Okay, did he not finish his homework? So we can write the sentence in this manner as well. Okay, did he not finish his homework? So both this sentence is the same, or the meaning of both of these sentences are same, but the structure is different. Only just in this sentence we are making the contraction of did not, that is didn't, but in this we have just written the entire structure of the sentence without contraction. Okay, so as we write is not, isn't, was not, wasn't, were not, weren't, are not, aren't. So here we can write didn't as the did not as the as didn't. Okay. One more thing is there. Am not is always written as aren't, not amn't. Okay. Now, didn't the movie start at 7 p.m. yesterday? When did she study English literature? Why did they visit Paris in 2019? Okay, so these are the sentences of past indefinite tense. Okay, now let us see the usage of past indefinite tense. Now here we can see the first usage, that is completed actions in the past. If we want to show the completed actions in the past, we use past indefinite tense. How? Let me tell you. Describing actions or events that were completed at a specific time in the past. She visited Kolkata last year. The action of visiting is completed. They arrived at the airport yesterday morning. He didn't finish his homework before dinner. Did she graduate from college in 2010? Didn't the store close at 9 p.m. last night? How did the store close at night? So all these sentences shows that this action has taken place at a particular time in the past. Okay, so all these sentences should be written in past indefinite tense only. Okay, now let us see another usage of past indefinite tense. It is used to detail sequences of events or actions that happened one after the another. He woke up. Now, when we show the routine or the sequence of actions that have already happened in past, we can use the past indefinite tense to show all those types of actions. For example, he woke up. Now here, you can see the routine of some person that he woke up. Now what he did, he brushed his teeth and left for work. They didn't finish their presentation on time, so they had to reschedule the meeting. Did he call you back after the meeting? When did he finish his work, pack his bag, and leave for the airport? Okay, now here, just keep one thing in mind. We have already written did. Therefore, all these verbs will be in first form, not the second form. Remember this. Didn't he call you back after the meeting? So all these sentences show the past. Okay. Now here in the fourth sentence, it is written, did he call you back? This is just the question. And here in the sixth, it is the confirmation. Didn't he call you back after the meeting? Okay. So all these are the sentences which are showing the sequence of actions in the past. Okay. If we want to show various sequences of actions in the past, there we can write the all the sequences or the actions in the past indefinite tense only. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. Here we'll see the another usage, that is past indefinite tense usage to show historical or general past facts. Now to state facts or habits from the past, we use past indefinite tense. How? Dinosaurs lived millions of years ago. Now dinosaurs, they lived millions of years ago. It shows the time of past, which was millions of years ago. Okay, and they do not have any effect in the present time. Okay, she always woke up early when she was a child. So when we are talking about her childhood, okay, now maybe possible she's in adulthood or she's in old age, or maybe she's not in the world right now of speaking. But here we are saying that she always woke up early when she was a child. So it shows the time of her past. Albert Einstein. Now, Albert Einstein, obviously, he's not more in world. He's no more in this world. So we are talking about a person who is himself the past now. Okay, although his name is mortal, but you can see that this person he's himself the past of this world. Okay, Albert Einstein formulated the theory of relativity. They didn't travel abroad until they were older. Did she play the piano when she was a child? Didn't they live in that house for many years? So all these things show the time of the past. Okay, now let us move and see another usage of past indefinite. Here is another usage of past indefinite tense, usage to show the time expressions. The past indefinite tense often appears with the time expressions such as last week, in 1990, yesterday, once, when, etc. Now, this is simple formation when we have the time of past or when some action is taken place and when we know the time of action. Obviously, the time will be of past because the action has already happened. Okay. Now, if we have any time duration with it, and if we have the time durations or time expressions such as last week, 1990, or any year of past, yesterday, once, when, so all these show the time of past, okay, or the time durations of past. So all these things we can write in past. For example, I visited Rome in 2015. So this action had taken place, and when did it take place? In 2015. And obviously now we are in 2024, so this action has already happened in 2015. So this action is of past tense. Okay, she read the book. Now read is the word, but its pronunciation in the past tense is read. Okay, so we'll read this word as read. So she read the book last night. Well, we have a verb read. Read is the first form. Second form of read is read, and third form is also read. Now, spelling remains the same, but pronunciation changes. What is the pronunciation? Read. Okay, so read is the pronunciation in the past tense. Okay, so she read the book last night. They came to the party yesterday. So here, last night, 2015, and yesterday, these time expressions show that this we are talking about the past time. Okay. Now, up to here, we have already covered past indefinite tenses, but past continuous tense, past perfect, and past perfect continuous tense, these three tenses will be reading in the next part of tenses, or till now we have already covered past indefinite tense in this session. In the next session, we will be discussing another three types, that is past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. Now these will be elaborating in the next session of today's next session of tenses. Okay, now let me clear you all these things once again. In this session we have discussed the introduction of past tense, types of past tense, and past indefinite tense. So these three we have covered in this part of the tenses, and 4, 5, 6, that is past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous, will discuss in the next session. Okay, but here one more thing let me clear to you about past indefinite tense. There is one more thing. Now, past indefinite tense has one more usage, that is expressions and phrases. Now we have some special expressions and phrases, and these expressions and phrases can only be used in past indefinite tense. What are these? When we use expressions like it is time, now this one is very, very important. Notice it that this is very, very important, and many questions occur from this section, and also we use these phrases in our spoken as well. Okay, now if we have these expressions, that is it is time, it is high time, and it is about time. Now these are three phrases. We use them in our spoken as well, and many times we use in our speech. We typically use this simple past tense, also known as past indefinite tense. These expressions indicate that something should happen or should have happened because the time for it is appropriate or overdue. Here are the examples of how these expressions are used in simple past tense. Now, let me tell you one thing. If we have an expression like it is time, okay, or it is high time, or it is about time, okay. Now, two conditions are there. Either this expression is followed by preposition to, or the subject, that is noun or pronoun. So we can have two structures with this phrase, that is it is time, it is high time, or it is about time. Now the time expression is it is time. What are the two conditions? One, that we can have two after this expression. Another thing is that we can have either the noun or the pronoun after this expression, that is it is time. If we have two after it, we will only have verb first form. That is it. Okay. It is time to go. It is time to move. It is time to study, etc. But if we have noun or pronoun, okay, after this, we necessarily have verb second form only, that we call past indefinite tense or simple past tense. Okay. This is very, very important, that after this, we can only have past indefinite tense and no other tense will be there. Why? Because it shows that something should have happened or something should happen because the time is time for it is appropriate or overdue. It means it is now shown the limit of time. Okay. Now the time is up now. Okay. Now it is the peak time now. So if we have the phrase it is time, we can say it is time we left for the airport. Now left is the verb second form. Okay. We cannot say it is time we should leave for the airport. That will be incorrect. The correct one will be it is time we left for the airport. It is time he apologized for his behavior. It means it is a limit now. Now he should have apologized. It is time you started taking your studies seriously. It is high time they addressed the issue of climate change. Okay, otherwise they will be in problem. Okay, now let us move to the next one. It is about time. It is about time you finished your homework. It is about time we had a family meeting to discuss our vacation plans. Okay, so all these shows the past indefinite tenses, and this is very, very important. If we write the sentence like it is time, we have done something useful, we have done something useful. Now, do you think the sentence is correct? No, the sentence is not correct. Why so? Here, the correct sentence will be have done should be replaced with did. So the correct sentence will be it is time we did something useful. Okay, so this will be the correct sentence. Okay, so you should keep one thing in mind that after these expressions, if they are followed by subject and object, they should be followed by only verb second form or past indefinite tense form. No past modal, no present tense, or nothing else. We can also not write past perfect tense. We can only write past indefinite tense. That is it. Okay. So I hope this much is clear to you about past indefinite tense. In the next session, as I told you, we will be covering another 3 points, that is past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. So I hope this much is clear to you all and you understood all these points very easily. Okay. So if you want to learn more concepts, stay connected with me. Till then, thanks to you.